What's up, nature and family? Mike here, back with another adventure. Today, we're located here in the Pinchot State Forest, and I'm joined today with somebody you guys may all know. Been on the channel before. None other than Cliff, the Wandering Woodsman. Yep, that's right. Today, him and I are out here in the Pinchot State Forest, and we are going to explore the old abandoned aqueducts that I came to visit last, I want to say December. But I'll spin you around and give you a great shot of where we're at right now and say hi to the woodsman. So here our journey begins in the beautiful Pinchot State Forest here. And already starting our journey following this little creek. Yeah, beginning this journey along the creek here, come across our first little waterfall. Absolute beauty here. I showed this one in my first video, which I'll leave a link down below, but here we are here now in the spring with a little more green. And just how beautiful that looks here. Wish we had a little more water, but still looks amazing. And this is the scenery we're going to be having our whole way up to the aqueduct. So get ready, guys, as we carry along up the mountain. So here we are, making our way up these little natural stone steps. And again, following the stream here. And we're coming across many different waterfalls. As you can see here, they're all up and down this creek. And with the water really low, we're able to get right next to it. And again, I know I'm gonna say in my last video, if you remember in my last video, I couldn't even walk in this section. So we're making our way up the beautiful mountain. We have Cliff down there getting some shots. And here's another spot that was in one of my last video. If you remember, I walked up this log to get a shot of the waterfall. Well, here it is now. Wow, it's a trickle. So here we are. Woo, right at the top of where this tree went down. And again, it's sad to see the fall here with just a little trickle here. And we will be above this fall at some point. But just look how beautiful this little cave outcropping is. This would look beautiful with a nice fall coming out. Be able to stand down there and eat the rocks. Walking down to the base of the waterfall. And it's still pretty. You should get some nice flow over the edge. So here we are looking out from behind the waterfall, looking down creek, and we are just in a beautiful, massive pit. We have cliff over there, looking at the other waterfalls, but just very beautiful and peaceful here. Here's another one of the little falls here, sliding down with all that beautiful green moss. Out of all the falls out of this cliff face, this one that's shooting out the most water here. Let's turn around and just give you a view of just how large this area is. I mean, if you look right down there, that's cliff. And I mean, that's just a large basin where the water flows through. Pretty incredible, guys. But I'm gonna get down there and meet up with Cliff, and we're gonna continue to make our way up to the aqueducts. Again, in just a lush area here filled with the ferns. Absolutely gorgeous. Bright green. Beautiful.
I'm getting too old for this, Mike.
I hear you. I'm getting up there too.
How old are you?
36.
Oh, yeah, you are pretty old.
I'm getting, I am. I'm up there. All right, nature family. Cliff and I just made our way back up from the waterfalls back here, and if I could get this to focus here, we just came from all the way down here. Pretty strenuous hike so far. Good on the legs, but we're gonna carry on uphill. I'm gonna flip you around and just show you where exactly we're headed. So stick with me, guys, and we're gonna take you up to the aqueduct. So here we are turned around, and this is looking all the way uphill. May not look steep on the camera, but we are gaining some elevation. Yeah, it's a pretty steep hill we're climbing, but we're gonna continue on, and I think the next time I bring you back, we should be at the base of the aqueduct. So it's gonna be interesting to see that and get Cliff's perspective on it and see if he has any information on them. So it's great to be here with him today. Well, we're still climbing. It's warm. Getting super sweaty. I don't know if you can see, my shirt probably has sweat marks in it. But we're gonna maintain on and believe the aqueduct is just up ahead. Well, nature fam, we made it up to the aqueduct. Look how beautiful. Oh, a nice breeze up here though. Yeah, as you can see, very nice. Probably what, 6-7 feet wide. You can see animal claw marks on the other side. But yeah, this is what we're gonna be exploring today, guys. We're gonna follow this and see where it takes us. So join us as we find out where this aqueduct is gonna take us. So now we're making our way down this aqueduct, and just look at this different view we're getting here. Now that we're here in the spring, everything's so beautiful and green. I mean, last time I was here, everything was so barren and didn't look anything like this. But as again, you can see those little concrete channels here that funnel the water in. But we are going to be heading this way on the aqueduct We're gonna head towards the waterfall down here and hopefully find out where it ends today. One Nature and Family. We are back at the aqueduct and it's sad to see no water spilling down. Last time I was here, we had some nice shots of the water flowing over. But right now we are just walking through the rock and concrete canal here, no problem. And if you remember last time here, I had the footage of the water coming right down the slide. And a little flow, nothing major, and this will take you all the way down to that major drop off right down there. And that usually give you a beautiful, beautiful view down the mountains. But here's a shot again. This is where the water would flow down the mountain and they would channel it here. And it could flow freely right down the mountain. Just interesting to see. With no water in it, you really see how it was constructed here, how they just laid the concrete just right over the rocks to kind of make sure no water's seeping in and out. Just blended it right in with the rocks. But we're gonna climb out of here and I'll show you the main channel and then we're gonna continue on following the aqueduct. So I wanted to bring you back and just show you just how cool this aqueduct is set up, and you just look at these stones here all lined up beautifully, building the base formation of the aqueduct, and then inside it's completely lined with concrete. And you can see a lot of the backfill coming down the mountain and ending up in this little area here. It's only a matter of time before this fills up. But this is, again, another shot looking right above the channel. And this is usually filled up with water here. And this is the other side looking up the mountain. Again, concrete on the bottom. And the water just flows right down into the main section of the aqueduct. Another feature I didn't notice last time was these little notches here that you'd think be to control the flow. There might have been a piece of metal here blocking. And if it was high, they would open it up a little bit and release some of the water, but didn't get to see that last time I was here. So we're carrying on, making our way down the aqueduct here, and this is as far as I've gone. And now we're just gonna take our chances and see where this leads us. And if we could get a dry spot, maybe I'll jump down in there and just give you a view of how really deep this is and how much water this really would have been pushing around, you know? It's just massive, and it gets deeper and deeper in some points, you know? Like this part over here is just way over my head. Let me see if I can get down here and I'll give you a shot. So here's a shot inside the aqueduct. And I mean, it's quite deep.
You can see how deep it is within.
Yeah, I'm 6 feet tall, and
It's almost 5 feet tall.
yeah, it comes right about to my head in this point, and it does get taller down this way. And here's me inside. And like I said, I'm about 6 foot tall, and it's neck high on me. So they do have some depth to them. And like I said, further up, they do get deeper. So these are pretty massive. So as we're moving further down, you can see how looks like the aqueduct's starting to settle and starting to crack the foundation. But you can see where they did try to do the repairs here. They had the concrete here, or like a limestone mixture, trying to save the structure. And it does crack in this section on both sides. So it looks like this may be one of the reasons leading up to this aqueduct not being used. But it's just amazing walking through here. And you can see all the buildups of debris that gets pushed down. But we're gonna climb out of here and catch up the cliff. So here's a look back, and just how beautiful the scenery is here, and the aqueduct just chopping right through the mountain here. I mean, just an amazing feat of engineering to have this put up here. And I'll just show you again just how crazy this is. You could see all that stone here. This is the base foundation. They built this up into a nice wall, and then all they did was use just a little bit of concrete, and that's maybe what, inch, 2 inches, and they did that right over the rocks. So this would have been just a perfectly stone aqueduct. Just coat it with a little bit of cement. And you can see it here a little bit better, just how they did it. You have all the rocks here, and it just fed right in. You can see all the cement just coming right through the rocks. Just wonderful how they installed that. And again, no more than 2 inches of concrete along this whole structure. Just amazing. I would just love to see how they got all that concrete up here. And again, this is another section here. Gigantic. It's about easily 6 feet tall. Just an impressive structure. Just an insane structure. Absolutely love it. Again, making our way down the aqueduct, and oh wow. Looks like we have a little tunnel system here. All right. So we reached a point in the aqueduct here where they would, I guess, control the water from here. Here's a better shot. Wow. I will get the flashlight out, show that, but here's another section. You can see the pipe in there. And here you can see where the gate would have been, that would have been controlled. I'll just take you down a little further just to see where this actual concrete ends. So this is where the aqueduct end, guys. This is where the concrete stops. I'm actually going to climb down a little further. I'll give you a shot of I just slid right into a whole bunch of pickers, guys. And again, you can see here, as I'm cutting my way through, you can just see how this aqueduct was made. I mean, it was just basically built by these stones and then concreted over. But this is the end of it. That's just incredible how they just cut it off right here. And that's the absolute end. You can see pieces of the concrete that chipped off. That's just gone now. You can just see just how flimsy now that is, but it is rebarbed too. You can see it looks like they laid a chain link fence on the inside and then poured the concrete, which is quite a way to make something like this. As you can see some more of the rebarb over there. I'm going to pause you here. I'm going to climb back up on to this aqueduct and try to find out where Cliff is. So here we are. We have looks like a flow pipe here that it would have allowed the overflow to shoot out here and carry on down and just spill right out into another section of a creek. I would imagine is down that way. But here we have the valve here, which I'm used to seeing these at like reservoirs and stuff like that, you know? I haven't really seen one constructed like this. There's a date on it, 1915. Yeah. And no, not in 1915. Pretty neat there. I want to get my flashlight out, I think, and shine it down these holes for you guys. I just want to give you an example. Here's another one of the concrete chutes that feed into the reservoir, and it's just a little pipe coming out of the mountain here. Yeah, that's the pipe right there. You can hear the water flowing right out of it. So we came across this giant feeder pipe where it looks like it would take the water all the way down mountain, and it looks like this would probably take water down back to Harvey's Creek down at the bottom of the road where we started, because this section here looks like it just funnels it off to the mountain, but this pipe here is carrying the water somewhere else. So we're gonna hike up and around here. They have a little side trail, and we're gonna find out where this pipe leads us to. And as you can see from the side here, it just goes all the way on. Well, I wanted to walk across this, but Cliff said he noticed it was damaged, so I wanted to come down and just take a better look at the pipe here. And as you can see, it is quite destroyed here. It looks like it's triple hulled here. You have one sheet, two sheet, you have another band here. Just look how big that plate is there with all the rivets in it. And that's where we started the voyage. And we have another pipe coming out of the mountain, which looks a little newer. You can hear water flowing out there, but nothing's really dripping. and that leads you right down to the end of the mountain. I just wanted to head down and just give you a better look at the state of the piping. I'm going to climb out of here and continue on with this journey. So hiking here for a second time, first time being visiting the falls, and the second time here checking out the aqueducts with Cliff. I mean, it's a beautiful area, gorgeous trail. You will get a leg workout. It is pretty steep uphill, but once you reach the top, there are little trails, and it is a gorgeous spot. We only encountered one person since we got out here, and oh wow. See what Cliff stumbled upon.
My home.
Well, came across Cliff's house here in the woods.
Yep.
No trespassing, huh? Wow, this is actually like locked up pretty well. Really surprised this isn't damaged or anything.
I tried to open it once, but
Is that a pump house or a? See, that looks like it goes right into the mountain. I don't see any QT signs up here, so that's a plus. What's this, an old water tank?
looks like it.
Sarcophagus for water.
Lift it up.
Yeah. Wow. All right, Nature fam, that's going to do it for today's adventure here in the Pinchot State Forest and Pinchot State Forest. As I've been pronouncing it wrong the whole time I've been hiking up here,
I
but
think so. I'm not sure.
it's up for the debate. But yeah, I just want to ask Cliff, the Wandering Woodsman, how he liked the aqueducts and what he thought about it.
I love them because we just combine nature. We combine waterfalls with history, like up there in the woods. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Just not knowing what you're gonna. As we walk that, follow the aqueduct, you don't know what you're gonna find like around the turn, and it turned out to be pretty cool.
Yeah, this was my first time exploring the aqueduct. I did go down the opposite way for a little bit, but I didn't find anything good. I mean, the waterfalls weren't flowing as much as we would have hoped today after the rain that we had, but I'll drop a link to my other video, my first time being here, and you can see the waterfalls flowing. Maybe I'll come back a little bit later in the summer after a nice heavy rainfall. But again, we had a beautiful hike, saw some waterfalls. We got up to the aqueduct, saw where that went, saw the pump houses. Again, it was a beautiful hike, strenuous, all uphill, but we had a blast. And I don't know if you noticed, guys, I had the first official Out Naturing t-shirt on. It's a prototype, more gonna come out in the future, but it's things to come. And I will leave the Wandering Woodsman's link to the video below, and make sure to check it out. He has a lot of great material, a lot of historic sites. So make sure to go check out Cliff, and his description to his channel will be linked below. So go check it out. Thanks again for watching. Mike from Out Naturing. Take care, guys.